Hi, back again for lesson 11. We're going to look at our second part of writing classy topic sentences. So our learning objective is to explain the main point of an argument or idea in a topic sentence using the phrases clearly, evidently, and we observe that. And this is what we started doing in our last poem, in our previous poem. And we're going to look to include malevolent, benevolent, constant, and volatile. So just to get us started, I'm going to do a little bit of writing warm-up to get you thinking. So get your subtitle down, and then your first one should look like this. Number 1. Mrs. Tilcher's classroom seems magical and constant because. So just finish that sentence off in as much detail as you can. Number 2, and obviously pause whenever you need to. Number 2 is childhood innocence seems ephemeral because. And fill that out in as much detail as you can. Duffy hints at something malevolent outside the class when she says. Number 4. The child is appalled and emotional when she finds out because. And then lastly, only 5 today, far more sensible number. The volatile nature of growing up is revealed when. Okay, and what you're looking for, if you're looking to be up there with the best of them, is that you're looking to not only explain your idea, but also find a supporting quote. Okay, so take your time with these, and I'm going to introduce the next writing warm-up. Okay, the next activity we're looking at is we're going to look at because, but, so. Again, we're going to look to expand those sentences. So the sentence we're going to want to expand is this one. Duffy reveals that growing up is volatile because. Okay, so it's similar to one of our warm-up sentences that we've done already. I'm going to make that actually be able to be clear on the screen, but I want you to explain why. Now, after you've completed that one, we're going to go for Duffy reveals that growing up is volatile, but are there elements where things are constant? Are there people that are constant? Okay, and lastly, Duffy reveals that growing up is volatile. So, okay, what's the consequence of that? What does she reveal to all of us that's really important? All right, so now we've warmed ourselves up and we've thought about how we're going to expand a lot of our sentences and our thinking. It's time for us to have a look at our learning objective again. So, as we said before, we're going to explain the main point of an argument or idea in a topic sentence using the phrases clearly, evidently, and we observe that. So in order to do that, we've got to make some topic sentences. We're going to need to think about what needs to go into those topic sentences. So, I want an adjective. In fact, I want two adjectives to describe childhood in stanza 1 and 2. So give me those here. It's number 1 and this is number 2. Now, same thing again. 2 times adjective to describe childhood in stanza 3 and... no, just 3. So how is childhood presented in stanza 3? Okay, this should prep us really nicely for our topic sentences. And then last one, 2 adjectives to describe childhood in stanza 4. And before you ask, yes, of course you can use any of the pieces of versatile vocabulary that you have been taught. Your only mission is to make sure that you do it accurately. Okay, so that should prepare us to write our topic sentences. But just before you do, I'm going to remind you what really good topic sentences look like using last week's as a model. So, here is our worked example, and we're going to use Maggie and Millie and Molly and May as our example. Okay, you don't need to write these down, they might be useful, you can if you want. So, if I remind myself what I'm always going to use, I'm always going to start with clearly. Clearly, in stanzas 2 and 3, Cummings presents childhood experience as, and I'm going to use my versatile vocabulary again, transformative and wondrous, revealing how friendship and music can soothe our troubles and make us feel secure. Okay, so if we're thinking about the beginning to a paragraph that is incredibly strong, that captures your big ideas and it uses the best vocabulary that we know so far. Now our second sentence, our second paragraph, if this is paragraph 1, we'll start like this. Paragraph 2 will always start with evidently. Evidently, the tone shifts in stanzas 4 and 5, revealing the impact of I'm going to go for intangible loneliness. Loneliness and horrible experiences that can make us all feel vulnerable. Okay, so I've got my versatile vocab in there, I've got 2 of them, I've embedded a quote there, and actually, same here, 2 pieces of vocab and a short 1-word embedded quote. That's something that you guys can do too. Now my last paragraph is going to start with this topic sentence. So paragraph 3 is going to start like this. Finally, we observe that in the closing stanza, the poet contrasts the beach and play of stanza 1 with the sea to reveal both the ephemeral nature of time, but also the importance of emotional depth. Okay, so again, these are my sentence starters that I'm always going to use. Clearly, evidently, finally, we observed that, and I'm going to try and build in my versatile vocabulary as much as possible. So what you need to do now is you're going to need to do that for the poem that we're looking at today, which is Mrs. Tilcher's class. So your question is going to be this: how does Duffy present school in Mrs. Tilcher's class? Okay, and so you want to write your 3 topic sentences. Your one for paragraph 1, which will start with clearly, plus 2 times versatile vocab. Then you're going to write your opening sentence for paragraph 2, starting evidently, plus 2 times versatile vocab. And paragraph 3, finally, we observe that, plus 2 times versatile vocab. Okay, that's what you need to do. Take your time, do it well, and follow your next instruction from your teacher.